Good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 21st, the first day of summer. I was going to make my 3-week check-in this Friday, but I've been thinking about what I want to say, and I'm afraid I'm going to forget. So I'm going to tell you all the things I've been eating, because eating was such a challenge for me in the beginning. I've been developing confidence in these teeth, and I've been learning how to trust them and seeing what they can do. I've crunched on ice, as I said. I've eaten Doritos and pretzel sticks. The trick with the pretzel sticks is I put 2 in, 1 on either side at the same time, and I crunch down on them at the same time. I've eaten M&Ms, steak. I've eaten cucumber slices. Same thing. I slice the cucumbers into round slices, but then I slice those round slices in half and put 1 in on either side at the same time. I'm really enjoying not just the feel of the crunch, but the sound of the crunch. I forgot how it sounds inside your head when you're crunching on snack foods like Doritos. I've eaten peanuts, pistachios. I actually made a mistake and bit down on a pistachio shell, small little tiny little sliver of hard shell, and it was fine. So that was thrilling. We went out to breakfast on this past Saturday, and it was after 2 weeks with no glue. I had not used any adhesive except for the first night when they glued them in for me, which they took it out the next morning, and I did not have any glue for 2 weeks. And I could eat. It was tricky. It wasn't that pleasant, and it was a lot of concentrating and effort. So when we decided to go out to breakfast on Saturday, I said, I'm going to give the glue a try. And I glued them in, and breakfast was a great experience. It was the same restaurant that we've gone to. We started going to after my teeth got bad. So it's associated with a lot of what can I eat type of memories, like oh, I wish I could have a bagel with cream cheese, but I can't. So it wasn't even a concern. I could order anything I wanted off the menu. I'm going to tell you, I do still eat a lot of my favorite old foods from before. So my snack food of choice was Cheetos Puffs. They were just the right shape for my 4 good teeth that I used to have. And they melt in your mouth. So once they get in there and start touching saliva, they get a lot easier to chew. So Cheetos Puffs, I would never get the crunchy ones. I might try some of those crunchy ones now, but even when I had good teeth, my preference was for Puffs. So anyway, that was my snack of choice, and I do still eat that, even though I can now also eat Doritos and pretzel sticks. But I have been eating healthy foods also. I've been eating salad again. I did eat the cucumber slices. I've sliced up a couple of red delicious apples. I'm not biting into apples yet. I don't know what's going to happen with corn on the cob, but we'll find out. And my advice for those relearning how to eat with your new dentures is a few pieces of advice. Keep your mouth closed. Don't try to speak while you're chewing. Concentrate on chewing, and don't open your mouth to try and talk to people when you have food in your mouth. Number one, that's just common manners, but honestly, that was a bad habit I used to have that the dentures have broken me of. Because number one, you shouldn't do it. It's rude and gross. But number 2, it's a real problem trying to eat and speak at the same time with a top denture. So that's my first advice, is chew with your mouth closed and don't try to speak until you swallow. My next piece of advice that I never hear anyone speak about is the seal. So I only have tops, so I can only talk about the tops. What keeps them in there really tight is the seal in between the roof of my mouth and the top of the denture. And yes, I've seen people do that. Now I understand what they're doing. They want to get any air pockets or moisture out from in between the top of the denture and the roof of their mouth. That's what keeps them in, really. That, for me, that seal, when I break that seal, I'm going to try and show you. This is what breaks it for me. Can you see the move? When I do that, I feel it break the seal in the back. But it's as simple as that to get them back in there. So I'm learning, and I just want to share with you what I've learned. The seal is most important. Try not to break the seal. That's what keeps them in there, at least for me. So I am still eating with a fork and knife. I am still eating some of the old foods, but slowly I'm reintroducing new foods into my diet, and it's really been great. It's really been a good experience for me. The only other thing I wanted to say is that yesterday we had an outing at my work, and it was catered by a local barbecue place. And yes, I did eat with a fork and knife, but I had a rib, I had some chicken, cornbread, mashed potatoes, and I had some cucumber salad. And cucumbers are, like I said, one of those things I've been reintroducing. It's got a nice crunch to it. Tastes really good. They're full of water, and a lot of good things about cucumbers that I love. The cucumber salad was good. I ate everything with a fork and knife, even the rib. I think at one point I may have picked it up, but for the most part, I just cut the meat off of there. But the thing I wanted to say is that this year's outing compared to last year's outing, because last year they brought in these food trucks and I got tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, which I tore apart into small enough pieces to just put in there. And I was very self-conscious. I was very new. It's been almost a year since I've been there now. We had another summer outing. I did not want to eat in front of anyone. I had my back towards the whole party. I was in a corner of the back of the tent by myself because I didn't being new and having tooth problems, I didn't want to eat in front of anybody. Well, yesterday was sort of similar. I was very shy about eating in front of people, but I did sit down with a group of women. The whole thing was outside in between our two buildings. It's a nice area, and they have picnic tables all over the place. So I sat down with some women I know and ate right in front of them. No self-consciousness. We even had our picture taken by somebody in HR. And, I wasn't shy about getting my picture taken or eating in front of these ladies until dessert, because I got this ice cream with these jimmies, and I didn't know what it looked like inside there. So I went and I ate the ice cream at my desk with a mirror. It's another piece of advice I'll give you, is to practice in the mirror. Have a mirror handy when you're eating. Take every meal and every snack as an opportunity for learning what you feel the most comfortable with, what the teeth can do. And just practice, experiment. Take every opportunity as a new learning experience. I do still eat with a fork and knife, and I find that that's the easiest for me. So that's my 3-week update, and it's a little bit premature. It's Wednesday today, and I was going to come in on Friday, and who knows, maybe I still will, but I did want to make that update. So things are going along very, very well. I'm very, very pleased. I'm going out to dinner with a girlfriend tomorrow night, and she's going to see him for the first time. And eating, like I said in another video, going out to eat with friends had become something of a problem. So I'm excited to go out tomorrow night, and I feel confident that I can order pretty much anything off the menu and not be shy about eating it in front of somebody else. So have a great day, and in case I don't come in on Friday, have a wonderful weekend, happy summer, and I'll keep checking in. Okay, bye-bye.